a very good morning, Dhaval sir. Welcome to Infigon Futures and welcome for the interview that we have scheduled today.
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me over here. It's nice to be with you. I am, as a professional, I work with one of the leading American-based wealth management bank as a product manager. I have almost 19 years of work experience. I have always worked with different banks in different domains, mostly the US and European banks. And my job has always been the techno-functional one, wherein I understand the functionality and the business part of it, and then I work with technology to get it delivered through the technology solutions. And that's pretty much about it. I have my post-graduations done in finance from ICFAI Hyderabad. I have also done certification from IIM Lucknow for fintech banking and the risk management. And prior to that, I have done my graduation in information science. I have the blend of understanding of the technological as well as the financial side of world. Well, I would say I consider myself as a use case which I do not want some of the other students, including my own child, to follow. I have been on a kind of an autopilot mode in terms of going through selection of my subjects as well as selection of the career journey. And the only criteria that I always had is that which career, which education will provide me the financial freedom that I was looking for, or the kind of salary or the payout that I was looking for. So it has always been that whatever has come to me, I have identified the best possible way to move forward. It was never like me as an individual, what do I like to do? What are my interests? What are kind of personality that I have? Will this kind of work suits me or not? And because of that, majority of the time, it's been like a trial and error in my own career. I'll get into a career, I'll have a look at whether this one suits me or not. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it did not. Some of it were like, hugely successful careers. At the same time, there were some, failures as well along the way. So what has happened is that I have learned it from my own mistakes and from my own doing some things and testing it real time. And unfortunately or fortunately, in our times, like when I was in school, when I was in colleges, we didn't have any of these kind of knowledge available. Neither we had any kind of career counselors available around us who can guide you, you're more suitable for this, you're more suitable for that. It's all about what your parents or what your friends told you, this certification gives you more money, you should go for this. This one gives you more better career, you should go for this one. So that's been my journey, and that's how I thought, it does require a lot of assistance and a lot of work from someone. Actually, when I became a father, and once we started hunting school for my daughter, and once we went through the entire cycles of this, it again sparked that kind of thoughts in my head, will I be able to assist my daughter in terms of go through the studies, what kind of career she should take. And I am somebody who likes to plan for future. I generally do not like to be very, very spontaneous, especially in such kind of very important ones. So I started looking out for things. I started searching for details, and thanks to the kind of AI and SEO kind of algorithms these days that are being used, as in when I keep searching for this, more and more details started to come in front of me, like there are career counseling, then the NEP came in, which mandated that some sort of career counseling is required for students. And especially now when my child is nearing grade 5th, now she's almost 10 years old. And when I see around, even in my friend circle, there's children and the way students operate these days, things have not changed much from what we were in school till the time what it is right now. Still parents dominate the decisions being made. Still the economic gratification and the monetary gratification supersedes most of the choices that are being made. And what I fail to understand is that which possible tool can be handed over to the students so that they themselves can make some sort of decision. Because most of the time, even kids themselves are like, we don't know. I mean, at the age of 10 or 12, they are not supposed to know these kind of things, right? They are supposed to enjoy their lives. So that's was kind of like, particular thing that I wanted to get into something serious, and I have this ability to consult with people, to counsel them, or to talk to them and understand what kind of problems that they are facing. And being a product manager, suggesting a solution is something that comes naturally to me. So I thought, why not to give it a bit of a professional side of it, and along with advising my own daughter, why not pass it on to some of the other friends and families and their kids as well. And that kind of triggered me towards becoming like a professional career counselor. Mainly, I was completely blank in terms of how career counseling works, to be very honest. And then when I started looking out for the things that I started understanding is that knowing the psychometric detail of a student in terms of like what is their personality, what could be different types of personality, how we can identify and know these things. So earlier I thought that this is something I would need to be an expert psychiatrist or a psychologist only to be this person. But over a period of time, with the advent of AI, these things can be automated, these kind of details can be parameterized, and you can come up with the solutions around that one. So first and foremost thing, any kind of a tool or any kind of a solution that can help me to understand the type of a student, a personality of a child, and along with that, if something can provide me with the tooling, like some sort of a CRM sort of a thing, that I don't have to maintain everything on an offline or Excel spreadsheet and then keep the track of what students had answered and stuff like that. And all in all, I was looking for some holistic sort of a solution along with training that can be provided. So yes, I understand the dynamics of techno-functional and the financial world and the industry, but I cannot claim to be expert at each and every different industry. So something that can give me the insights that how a career can be planned in an event management as well, in the CSR world as well, in the medical field as well. And trust me, I'm not saying that once you start Googling it, you won't find answers for this one. But as a professional, I don't have so much amount of time to Google about each and everything and then maintain a library of it. So all these things I was looking for that somebody can guide me about, somebody can provide me some sort of tooling around. That was the kind of feature that I was looking for. So as I said, thanks to the SEO and all the different algorithms that these days being applied on the places like Instagrams and Googles and everywhere, I used to do this search for the career counseling programs in India, the eligibility to become a career counselor, how to become a student counselor, and all of these. And then on one fine day, casually, I was just surfing through the Instagram, and there's suddenly a reel from Omkar Patil popped up, and he was wearing that Infigon jacket, and the word Infigon itself stuck me. I've never heard about the shape. Have I missed something in my studies? So I spent some time over there. Then I did some more Google about it in terms of what Infigon means, and then I learned about Infigon Futures as well. Then I tried to explore the mobile application that Infigon has. So it was all like a chain reaction. I already had a requirement that I wanted to pursue something. It came in front of me, and the name itself was very exciting. And over a period of time, as and when I kept going through the materials available online and I started going through the details available over there, it became more and more clearer that yes, this particular solution, this organization has got what I am looking for. The one thing I would mention is the trainer that we had. Navya was our trainer, and she herself being an experienced person in this psychology field, she was very amazing in terms of imparting the knowledge in terms of how to translate a certain type of parameters that we can get. Because see, what happens is that technology or a tool will help you to capture these parameters. It will give you the data. Now, how do you make something out of that data? Then how you can plan some sessions based on that data? How do you understand and what does it mean? So going through each and every factors of those, going through each and every 6 or 7 tests that we offer through the solution, and how to interpret this. And that along with the practical examples. She used to put and give us the case studies. So going through that entire training sessions of around 13 or 14 sessions that we took, that was very, very empowering, I would say. That was very, very enriching, that I would say. It gave me a lot of facets that, or thought process that I thought that I was lacking, and something which is very, very essential for any counselor to know. So that part, in terms of going through those 12 or 13 sessions, tools and everything aside, business and everything aside, just getting that thought clear itself was a huge win for me, I would say. Again, I would say that if an individual wants to do it by themselves, these days with the advent of your chat GPTs and everything, is everything available at you on the click of a button. But again, along with being a career counselor, I have a day job. I am a father as well. I'm a husband as well. I'm a son as well. I have to fulfill all these different responsibilities. I cannot run away from this one, right? So along with that, I wanted something that can help me to just reach out to the people without having to worry about what will I present, how will I capture the responses, how will I structure an output of a report that I can generate for them, how I can market myself. Each and everything was provided to me by Infigon to start with, right? So I was given the marketing material, I was given my portal, I was given choice to customize it, whitelist it, white label it. All these things were provided to me. So all I had to do is, I just need to provide the details that I have, and then I just had to reach out to people. So I didn't have to worry anything about that. How do I design my portal? How will I provide access to the students? How they will be, even to the extent that, like, if I am counseling somebody within my family and I don't want to charge them, I want to do it for free. Even those voucher codes creation, everything was taken care by Infigon. So a person like me who is very strapped for time, and the time is the biggest scarce material in my life, this kind of a service providers became very, very helpful for me, and that's where Infigon mattered the most. I always like to start at a grassroots level. So I generally want to target kids who are reaching their teenage, because that is the time, it is the most exciting period in any child's life. They are growing, they are stepping into the new challenges, and they are full of energy. At that time, if we are able to tap and we are able to direct that energy in the right direction, they can achieve wonders. That was the time when I faltered the most in my life, and I ended up creating a lot of challenges and mess for my own self to clean up over a period of time. So I want to ensure, to the most possible ways, I want to reach out to the students which are reaching their teenagers, who must be in their grade 8 or between grade 8 to 6 to 8. That will be my target audience, and I want to tap their mentality first. I want to understand what kind of personality they have and what are the aspirations they have. And trust me, these days kids are way much more smarter than what we used to be, and that's a good part, that they do understand what things are there. It's only that they need to be shown some sort of data backed up with the feedback that we have received from them, that what they are capable of, what they are not capable of. And the journey that I take is that I do not impose any kind of outcome on them, that if their personality test tells me that they are meant for an artistic future, and if they still believe that no, I want to pursue something else, then I also provide them that what have brought you here will not take you where you want to go. I also advise them in terms of what alteration would they have to make in their personalities, in their way of studying, so that they can achieve the target that they have. So that vulnerable age, at the same time, the one with the full of energy, is my target audience. And my vision is that I want to reach out to as many number of students as possible, maybe tying up with school or two, so that I can provide this on an ongoing basis. And over a period of time, I know everyone's shelf life in the corporate is getting shorter and shorter. So earlier, when people used to retire in around their 60s, these days people are getting out because within their 50s. And I want to make career counseling as my lifelong profession, and I want to continue to help as many number of students as possible.
That's amazing, fantastic, Dhaval. And I think that age group that you referred to is actually the one that is easy to adapt, more onto changing, and they are already struggling with a lot of other changes around. So So it's a very crucial stage that you are entering in to help them direct their exploration and find out, and go deeper with their career journey. So that's an amazing, amazing thought right there.
I mean, challenges wise, I still believe that in India, people still do not understand the importance of this career counseling at all. And I do believe that whenever we speak about any kind of psychometric analysis, people start thinking that, does my child have any kind of an issue? Why should I even go for this one? Can't we be the best judge for them? And that is what I believe is the biggest challenge, to convince people, or rather make people comfortable that when you are taking or seeking career counseling, it's not that your child is lacking something, or as parents, you are not doing enough for your child. It is just adding an added support system for your child, and amazing benefits can be achieved out of the tool that we can provide, that they have access for the lifetime. So the very first barrier of making them understand that you might be spending thousands or lakhs of rupees in terms of fees, in terms of coaching classes and everything, whatever spends you are making, is it even contributing towards the end goal that you are looking for? That is what I feel as the biggest challenge in terms of making people aware that you need to go through this process. And it is not that because your child or yourself are lacking something, it is an added arsenal that you are putting in your armory so that you can make better decision for your child, which could be one of the most critical decision of your entire life. Having that understanding that getting the help of a counselor to make a right decision is not a bad thing. So I would suggest to students as well as in fact to the schools as well, that do employ or do give this opportunity to students to interact with career counselors so that they can understand what kind of personality they have, what kind of interests they have, and they'll also understand that if they have a certain target in their mind, are they ready to put in that much amount of effort to be over there? I'll give you an example. Like, I had met somebody who said that he or she wants to explore the world of medicines and get into the medical profession just like their parents. But when we spoke about the gestation period it will take for them to be at the success level where their parents are, it was more of a kind of a, I would say, disheartening for them. They felt like, my entire youth will be spent while I try to become an expert somewhere. What's the point of pursuing such kind of a career? So my request to students, to schools, to parents is, do not consider this as any kind of an ailment or any kind of an issue with your child or with yourself. Just make good usage of the services which is available in India to make a right decision, which is going to be very, very helpful for you in future. The first and foremost thing is that whenever these days I have been working with my own close friends and family circles, so I do have a rough idea in terms of what kind of a personality a child has, and I ask them to go through the tests first. And when I speak about tests, the first and foremost kind of a reaction from a child is always of that of afraid that, what if I fail and I have to confront them? Like, it's not about getting passed or getting failed. This is all about knowing yourself. At times, I have felt that going through the test results, they felt kind of a eureka moment that, okay, they always knew that there was something within them, but they were not able to express in words. So these test results help them express in the words. And after getting through and knowing their personalities, looking at their financial status, their demographic details, I try to map the career journey which will be most fulfilling to them from their interest perspective, from their motivations perspective. So I always work on these three variables: the motivations, the personality, and then the satisfaction. And when you match these three along, and if you are able to maximize from some of the careers, that can become the career of their choice. At times, I do face friction from students, not from students, but from their parents. That, what is the future in this, and how they would be able to monetize their skills. So at that time, I have to provide some anecdotes to them. I have to give them some examples from the industry. At that time, I do have to do my own research and go to them. But I always ensure that based on these three parameters or these three variables where we can maximize the value, that is the career that I suggest, so that their motivations are taken care of, their personality types are taken care of, and they also feel the sense of achievement that they are doing something which they are great at, and there is all the more possibility for them to excel over there.
I think that's a quite elaborative process, and just sounds like it does tap on a deeper level of understanding a child and then guiding them to the career.
I already have my portal. I have my LinkedIn page. It's in the name of Career Compass Counseling. You can reach out to me. I am an active person on LinkedIn with my own individual ID as well as my career counselor IDs as well. You can reach out to me, and I'm available generally. I do ensure that I answer back within the same day, not during the working hours or the weekdays, but over weekends. I'm generally available for the entire day, and I do make it a point to revert back. My counseling number is 866-821-6207. You can reach out to me via WhatsApp or a phone call, and I do ensure that I revert back within a couple of hours. See, the biggest thing is that you can easily transition to be an entrepreneur from being a professional without having to spend very much in terms of your time as well as in terms of your financial resources. It's very affordable, and the kind of services that we get is amazing. The return on investment is amazing. And let me tell you that I have recovered my investments already within a couple of months after I started my own business. So that is one thing. The other part is the continuous improvement that's happening on the platform and the two-way channel that is open between us and Infigon. And I had suggested some improvements in the product, and that has already been taken care of. And I've been told that very soon those features would be added. So all in all, I would say that without compromising on the amount of time and effort you have to put in your mainstream career, if you want to start this as your another source of career, this becomes the easiest way out. You don't have to spend like lakhs, you don't have to quit your job. Everything will be made available to you, and that can't get anything better than this.
Thank you so much, Dhaval sir. With that, we are done with our today's interview.